Signs you
In
have a
this
religious
TikTok, I'm
spirit, part
going
1.
to talk about signs that you have a religious spirit. Now, I'm going to give many examples, so I'm not sure if this is going to go into a part 2. The very first thing I'm going to talk about is judging people based off of their appearance. They may have tattoos, they may be very direct, and you are not confident in your own self. So when you see someone operate in boldness, confidence, and resilience, it actually causes you to be very intimidated. You look at and measure people of God based off of what your illegitimate church is doing, when really a lot of the times you haven't even went to God himself concerning the pastor that is over you. You haven't went to God and said, God, is this the church that you have ordained for me? Does this pastor have a heart for you, Father God, and for his people? Religious people operate in a lot of pride. They usually are very controlling, and they operate with Jezebelic spirits. Now, they'll be living in open sin, meaning like it may be a man and he may be living with a woman, not married, dealing with lust, perversion, all type of things. And they will actually feel as if because they've gotten a prophecy or someone has told them that they have a high calling, that they're entitled to tell you things. When in order for you to actually be a friend of God, you have to be obedient to God. Religious people go to church their entire lives. And when you ask them just basic Christianity things, and I mean basic stuff, like you'll ask them, hey, when was the last time you went on a fast? You'll ask them, how often do you pray? You ask them questions about the Bible. They are biblically illiterate because they believe that their relationship is actually connected to their church, because the church didn't teach them how to develop an authentic relationship with God. And this causes them to be extremely unfruitful. Their kids are fruitless, they're fruitless, but then they condemn other people because they don't go to church. Religious people live in very toxic environments. So, for example, they'll be married to their spouse who has committed adultery. They've caught their husband. Some of these people are actually being physically and financially abused. And then they'll make a religious statement and say, God hates divorce. So they believe that they're supposed to stay in a demonic union out of their religious spirits. Another telltale sign is religious people believe that the only way to find God is through a church, because they don't have an authentic relationship with God. So everything has to be involving the church. Follow for part 2.